All right. God bless you forever. YouTube, it has been some time since I've been on YouTube, and to my detriment, I do apologize. I've tried to post a little few things here and there, but I have been very productive. I've been very, very productive. And so I want to give you guys some love and give you guys some updates because it seems like these days, y'all are out of the loop these days. I remember at one point in time, this was where it was all happening. It was right here in the Conjure Chronicles, and you couldn't find anything about Doc, what he was doing, where he was going to be at, unless you were in the Conjure Cafe. And it seems like everybody else is knowing about it, but you guys. Facebook knows about it. Instagram knows about it. Patreon knows about it, but YouTube doesn't know. So what I want to tell you guys is that the apprenticeship is official. As you all know, it has been with eager anticipation that I would take on new students this year. And of course, last year I did not. I didn't have a license to do that. And not only that, but I still had students that needed to be graduated to the next level. And so I had to spend some time making sure that they would be proficient to pass those exams, those tests, those trials, those rigors, and those drills they would need in order to pass to the next tier of their training. Many of you know that the first 21 days of the year are very sacred to my ministry, very sacred to my spiritual house. We do a lot of different works leading up to the 21st day of the year. We give sacrifices, we give offerings, we do our propitiations, our petitions, our prayers, and so on to secure the year for us in our favor. One of the things that we do, one is we check to see if there's any work that we need to dismiss from our altars and from our shrines. Two is when we kind of get our big general divination of the year. It's a goat horn. I'm always working, right? That I'm about to work on. The 21st of the year. So went before the shrines. I inquired, I divined, I got an affirmative answer that yes, I could take on apprentices if I chose to. This year I had the blessing of my shrine. I had their permission. I'm able to have 9 students this year, 9 new entry-level people. 7 of them can be online. 2 of them have to be local and in person. The sign up for the apprenticeship is in the description below. It is also in the chat. Okay. So the monetary tuition, I'm gonna speak plain with you. Let me tell you up front. It's going to cost you $121 monthly. It's a subscription. The apprenticeship is going to be weekly. We have weekly classes, weekly intensives on Wednesday, roundabout 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. One of the things you want to be mindful of is, are you going to be able to invest that time? Because I'm very serious about this apprenticeship. And so I want serious people to apply. How does the process work? You fill out the form, the application, if you want to call it that. I look over that application. Some of them will just be weeded out, all right, and others will not. From that selection, I then take it to my spiritual court. I divine on it. I divine on it. And the spirit says, yes, I cannot and I will not object. If the spirit says, no, I cannot and will not object. All right. So the apprenticeship is available to you. Those of you who've been asking about it, now is your time to really get in there. I'll be taking applications up to towards the end of February, probably like towards the last week of February. Okay. God bless you in Kentucky. What are we going to be doing in this intensive? Well, it goes anywhere between 7 to 10 months. So we hit it back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Okay. That's why it's called an intensive. Every week for about 10, anywhere between 7 to 10 months. Because we have to get you caught up to speed, you see. The end goal for me is that if you're going to be my apprentice, then that means that at the end of your apprenticeship, you should be able to do what I do proficiently. And you should be able to do what you do better. All right. You should be able to do what you do better. You should be able to do what I do proficiently. All right. There is going to be standards. There are going to be homework, if you want to call it that, assignments, activities, activations. All right. You have to have so many field hours. There's not going to be okay, I pay my money, I'm just going to be graduated up and out. No, no, no. This is not Sunday school. Okay, you don't just age out. No, you can flunk, you can fail. All right. If you don't get on the first try, that's fine. Because one of the reasons why I was delayed in doing an apprenticeship last year, like I said before, I still had students that I was working with and working on, because I take what I do very seriously. And I know that once it's all said and done, I'm going to put my stamp of approval, as it were, or I should say my endorsement behind that practitioner. Okay. You can ask about me. Many of you have seen my work. Many of you have been to different levels of my instruction, whether this was instruction in the open form like YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, Periscope. You may have been privy to some of my closed instruction, my private instruction, let's say over a webinar, something like that, or in my masterclass on Patreon. And so you can gauge for yourself if the content is valuable to you. Right? Something to just bear in mind. My character, my integrity, my work, my ministry, what I do, who I teach, it bears fruit. All right. I know what I'm doing is right because it bears fruit. It's result oriented. I have students who are conjurers themselves, practitioners themselves, professional. And they don't come to me necessarily to be taught per se as if they are a novice, but to come and be enriched to supplement what they know. So they can operate at the peak of their level. All right, I won't say I'm the best at it, but I give it my best try, and I'm damn good at it by now. So that's what I want to say about that. So the apprenticeship is open, it is available. We're going to be in there at least between 2 to 4 hours weekly. Now, as an apprentice of mine, you also get a monthly hour check-in. We can really go over in depth what we need to do, what you need to focus on to get better, to see the results you want to see. Now, do not forget something else you've been asking me for years, which was to do a webinar on love magic. Okay, we did one on road opening magic last month. We're doing one on love magic next Friday. Many of you already know. We've got about 10 seats left. All right. I'll be there with my good friend, Miss Rain from Miss Rain's Conjure. She's one of the first people on Instagram that I bought something from, because I was very, very leery of, buying stuff on social media and things like that. Had a great experience with her. She actually had a whole master route, go figure. She already knew how I was a worker. She kind of gave me the worker deal. She gave me that whole master route. She said, I'm gonna give you a little bit, I'm gonna give you the whole route. And we have endeared a relationship since then. And she is good at what she does. So we'll be talking about love magic. All right. As I always say, or as I say, as I have said, all right, Passion 2020, which is the name of our webinar next Friday, is all about love magic. How to get it, how to keep it, and how to make it last. Okay. So that's what I want to say about that. You can find those links in the description below and in the chat. Those were my let's see. I have 4. Did I cover everything? Yes. Progress 2020, that was about road opening, block busting magic. That webinar is available from last month. This month's webinar happening next week, next Friday, as a matter of fact, the 7th, on Love Magic Passion 2020. Those tickets to register are available. You have to register. It's 2 hours. We'll be doing 2 demonstrations as well, along with some other corresponding and supplemental material. I tell you, a lot of people, they say, man, just the video is good, the time is good, but that supplemental material is what takes it over the edge, right? It's really that extra credit type stuff. All right. When you join the Patreon masterclass, when you join the masterclass, do you get access to the past content as well? Yes, everything is up. Everything is up. When are you beginning the class to learn how to become a more skilled root worker? If you're talking about my apprenticeship, it's already started. You know, we resumed class 2 weeks ago. We took a break from October because I hit them literally back to back to back for like 10 months. And so we took a break in October of last year. And we resumed back 2 weeks ago. So we were already getting the ball rolling. All right. Any other questions here? So if you want to get your ticket for Passion 2020, bit.ly/2020 Love Webinar. I've dropped the link in the chat. Of course, it's also in the description box of this video. That's what I wanted to say. There's something else I wanted to say. I wanted to talk about Patreon a little bit as well. The masterclass is, you have to watch the video over again. I covered all of that from the beginning. And those not to let you join me because I'm just opening up for registration just today. Okay. I'm still in class because I have people who are at level 1 who graduated to level 2, who are level 2 graduating to level 3. So it's as always a perpetual rotation. All right. The master class is lit. It's popping. All right. It was a little bit of a slow start. Okay. Some people who left, y'all come back. It's getting good. I told you I was going to get good. I just had to get some time to just focus on that. All right. I gotta, I'm a very busy bull. I got a lot of fields to plow. And so just wait till I come down your road. All right. I'm coming with my yoke and we're gonna plow that field really, really good. So the masterclass is lit. Man, we've got so many. Let me see if I can just give you guys some idea here. Well, I just use my phone because you can do the masterclass on your phone now. Let's see here. Here we go on Patreon. Again, you can find me at Patreon / Cosmic. Okay. Post how to prepare your wax doll candles. We went into, that was our, we do a live in there every week also. So, okay, how to use gunpowder to remove your enemies from your path. How to prepare Solomon seal roots. How to prepare lodestones. We covered astrological magic, talismanic theory. We covered how to remove enemies. How to make the coconut ointment to open the roads and to break witchcraft. We got the tame lamb ritual on there. What else we got? Yeah, so we did a lot on ointments. Ointments to damage and to hit enemies. Ointments to open the roads into Abre Camino. We've got how to make your own herbal fetishes, infusions and compounds. I had a target with powders. And a lot of people, a lot of people are asking that all the time. If I drop a powder, let's say in a workroom, how do I make sure it only hits the person I intended for and not just cause everybody to go crazy? Thank you so much for hanging on. I'm gonna read off my pictures in a minute because y'all made this what it was. Y'all, everybody who believed in me when I was a nobody, now I'm a somebody. So we talked about that, infusions and compounds. We're even dropping webinars in there. All right. So I have certain goals set for membership. So when I reach a certain amount of members in Patreon, I drop another webinar. All right. So I already dropped in here herbs and plants 101. So you can go buy that from me a la carte, or you can join Patreon. Okay. And get it in there also. I talked about in there working cowrie shells, what to do with dandelions, certain omens and signs about reading the tobacco when you're smoking your cigars. We covered reading cigars, how to remove witchcraft at a distance. Okay, you can actually have the person in front of you. We covered Abre Camino. Then we went and talked. This goes back in October. We started dealing with powders, how to make the eternal love powder, working Abre Camino, how to work Rue, the prayer over your powders to, as they say these days, activate them. Shut the gossip's mouth. So there's a lot in there. And I got a lot in that's just in drafts too. And I'm still behind like 2 videos I gotta do this evening and drop in there. Well, I'm 2 videos behind. And there's one video I did. I got to condense it down because like 3 hours long. It's like a 3-hour ritual. That's on there. So the masterclass is doing what I promised that it would. I just needed some time. That's all. So those of you who are a little skeptical, you left like, y'all come on back. Come on back. I promise you, you will be quite impressed. I wanted to give a shout out to what's the name of the shop here? Let me get it right. Let me get it right. What's the name of the shop? PDX. Is that what it's called? PDX? Let me see. What's the website called? Queen Meb. That's the name. queenmeb.com. Okay. So I commissioned I love me a good scrying mirror. Y'all know I'm a seer. And so I love me a good speculum. That's the proper term for it. Or a scrying mirror. And then I'm not a big crystal fan, but my stone is obsidian. I love obsidian. And I've got a number of different obsidian stuff around here and palantirs and orbs and all different kinds of stuff here. And so I got one custom made. And you guys are familiar with whenever I talk about my logo, everybody's like, what is that? I like it. I don't like it. It's kind of, it's very, I judge a person by how they react to my logo. So what they did is they were so kind to, I guess it's a laser etching, I think, right. Okay. Yeah. So they do etching. Okay. And they etched my logo. Isn't that neat? Okay. So now I can really see y'all in the spirit. See, so now don't look too deep, you might get lost. All right. So you can see, oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that clarity. Look at that clarity. There you go. That's what you're doing. They're trying to send you the evil eye. See, that's why I got one right here. See, so I got it in the mail. today. It was like 2 days shipping. And so I'm very, very pleased with it. It hasn't been fixed yet or anything, although I wouldn't have showed it to y'all yet. So let me go and show everybody first, and then let me go ahead and fix it afterwards. So, and they're at Queen Meb. So if you like Obsidian as a speculum or whatever, they've got some offerings there. I think they're out of Ohio or something like that. They're on Instagram. Customer service is good. I messaged her. I got a response back quickly. They're very apt about certain things, very accommodating, and they took their time. They weren't in a rush, but they were quite efficient, and I am quite satisfied with that. So that is Queen Meb, QueenMeb, QUEEN as in Nancy, M as in Michael, EB as in Brian.com. And they do their custom etching there. So I think about getting a bigger one just to be show offy. Okay. So that's what I wanted to say. The last month's webinar, this month's webinar. Oh, and I guess I can let you guys know in March. Okay. March is going to be a webinar on money. All right. Those are my 3 highest, requested. How to deal with enemies, love work, money work. So we'll have my good friend, colleague, one of my students, Brother Moses, Hoodoo Moses on Instagram, next month. On Zoom, we'll do webinar. So I keep you guys posted on that. Let me tell you something. Let me just give you guys a little sneak peek. Moses showed me, he's got a book coming out. I don't know if he said that yet. Well, now you know he's got a book coming out. And he showed me, this was right about the first, it had to be like the first week of the year, something like that. He showed me one of the rituals out of the book from his manuscript. When I tell you, that thing was fire. It took a lot to impress me, especially when it comes to this kind of work. But I was highly impressed. Now it's got to be one of a book if you get an endorsement from Doc before it even hit the market. I was highly impressed. It's good stuff. I don't say that because I know I'm saying that because he's my student. I mean, he did good stuff. He said that should count as a graduation project. I said you right on the money on that one. No pun intended. So actually, just to give you another little heads up, what he and I are in the talks of right now is of doing combining the webinar with a type of like community working group ritual situation on money. We're still playing around with some ideas. I think it's final just yet, but I really want to increase the value this year. I really want to up the ante. I've been doing webinars pretty much in the same model for about 2 years now. And it's time to really upgrade and innovate in some areas. And so we're thinking about throwing some of those ideas around. So pray for your brother, certainly. All right. Patreon is kicking now. Glad I hung on. Yes. So very glad. And I just want to say, I'm actually talking to you on a Patreon funded laptop. And so I can speak and give testimony that Patreon works, their model works. I didn't think it's really going to be that big of a deal. I didn't think that, I didn't really go on there for all of that, but I saved and saved and saved. And I know I need another laptop. And after the last webinar, you can still kind of hear a little rattling. That was my fan. That's how long my computer has been. It's old. You got the all the data I have on my laptop. It was old. The fan already been replaced, and it was still acting up weird. And then all of the webinars and classes that I do that are recorded, and these are maybe going 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours at a time. That's a lot of gigs that's stored in one area. So, it was just time to just, it was just time. And so I am very what is very grateful for that dashboard. Okay. I don't know how to work this thing, Jeff. Let's see here. Here we go. There we go. Let's see who all has contributed. I want to give you guys a shout out. You guys help me do what I do. Is this it? Yes. So a shout out to Abdul, to Ada, to Kat, to Christy, to Clarice, Darlene, Elaine, Heather, Herschel, hey, Larry, Lauren, Maite, Manesi, Mary, Maquita, Magical D, I am blessed. Nick, Nina, Nakib, Chulo, Paul, Queenie, RJ, Samuel, Sweet Spice, Tamika, Terilyn, Taia, Trev, Tremise, Valerie, Vashon, Walt, and Walter. Y'all make it do what it do. Don't let nobody tell you anything different. Very grateful. Shouting y'all out from the mountaintop. Earlier on in my Periscope, my Patreon journey, somebody told me there's a difference between fans and supporters. Fans just want what they can get out of you, but supporters are called to the ministry that you're doing. And so I'm very grateful that these people are supporters. Like she said, even when it wasn't kicking like it is now, y'all are still sticking in there, knowing that Doc was going to be a man of his word. Not to be inappropriate, but my spirit's like cannabis. Could you do sigromancy with a blunt? Sure. I don't see why not. I don't read them that small. It'll be pretty big, I guess. Like I don't read like cigarettes and things like I read a cigar, so like a Toro size, Guado size, etc. But yes, you can certainly do that. All right. Anything I haven't covered? All right. The link for the apprenticeships is in the chat. The link for registration for next Friday is in the chat, and also in the description box below. And what am I looking at? And the link for Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I need to go back to it. There's another video that I dropped a secret ingredient in. I need to make a master list of them and just post that so you guys need to go back and reference that. It's the Eternal Love Powder, and I think it was also. No, I made a list for that one. There's another one somewhere in there. All right, and the replay for the web. Any of you went to the webinar last I'm saying last month, like it was last month. I'm talking last webinar. Last month would have been December. So I'm ahead and behind all at the same time. Our last webinar, what was that, on the 7th of January or something thereabout? No. What was that? That was on the 4th of January. It might have been the 3rd. Might have been the 3rd or the 10th of January. That was. Let me share with you just all that. What did you guys think about that webinar? And let me share with you, those of you who did not get a chance to attend but are going to pick up the replay, what all comes with that. You probably want to get it now, because what I'm looking at, these are going to go up. And I've been saying that since last year, and I think I only put one of them. I increased the price from last year. I think they're all going to go up. They're all going to go up. It's a lot of content. So Progress 2020. You get the replay. There's another file called the top 10 road opening ingredients. That's 2. Top 10 blockbusting ingredients. 3. Road opening versus blockbusting. How to choose the right road opening versus blockbusting. That's number 4. How to choose the right technique. That's number 5. 10 examples of road opening uses. That's number 6. 10 examples of blockbusting uses. That's number 7. A road opening bath. Road opening bath. That's number 8. Blockbuster cologne. That's number 9. Road opening prayers. That's number 10. Breakthrough scriptures. That's number 11. And there's even more bonus material, because I uploaded more stuff after the fact. So I mean, that alone is just the price of the extra material. All right, then. I'm going to go ahead and get on offer here. It is getting late and I've got work that is calling my name. God bless you, brother. Thank you. I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm in the wrong one. Here we go. Bonus material. Progress 2020. Bonus material. Because even in the bonus material, the 10, 11 other things, plus the other stuff, where is that? Yeah. Tips and tricks to magical breakthrough. All right. And then formulas, compounds, and recipes. Formulas, compounds, and recipes is also in there. So that's a total of 12 plus the actual 2-hour webinar. That's a lot. So that's a lot for a little. So you can guarantee that's going to increase as the year progresses as far as the premium on that. Let me see if I can kind of give you a preview here. Yeah, we got 7 pages of formulas, compounds, and recipes. Everything from blockbuster formulas, road opener, mercury. We covered that in the webinar. There's a formula in here called New Life. There's a formula in here. There's a booster formula that will strengthen any other formula you put with it. Okay. There's a recipe in here called Shift. When a change is needed, this formula is meant to alter the flow and cause improvement. I didn't know what to call it. I just called it Shift. Okay. So there's another bonus material here, which is tips and tricks of magical breakthrough. We also get some rituals here. Road opener, such as how using the technology of road opening, blockbusting. We covered in the webinar. How to strengthen your romance, how to remove evil from your path, how to get a job, how to attract success. We got a lot of stuff. Again, another 7 pages just of rituals, tips, tricks for magical breakthrough. All this included in the that bundle. All right, that package deal there. So y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here and let you guys go. I've got work to do, and it's not getting any easier, and it's certainly getting no earlier. But in the meantime, in between time, I hold you all in the light of God. That never fails. God bless you all forever.